Preparing for ayahuasca. Not so scary after all. Sitting here on a Sunday night. Mambe, Ambil there, Mambe here. Represent the feminine, Mambe, the green stuff in that wooden jar. The masculine, Father Tobacco, stuff on my left hand. And I remember back to my first couple ayahuasca ceremonies, how fearful I was, how freaked out I was. I remember getting there and after having my first cup, thinking, did I do everything right? You know, I stopped eating meat a few days before. I just had eggs or whatever it was. And I was afraid. I remember thinking, what if something happens to me? What if I die here? It's gonna be really like weird or embarrassing to tell my family. Who's gonna tell my family? Well, my dad's dead. I can't get in trouble with my dad. Well, my mom will be upset. And I wanted to share that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no such thing as a bad trip, a bad experience at a good place. You hear things thrown around like set and setting. What does that mean? If you're in a good place with a good shaman and good medicine, you're good. It's like 99% of it. There are things to watch out for beforehand. I'll tell you some extra prep I did tonight. So generally you want to cut out meat a few days or a week before. If you drink coffee every day, cut that out. So I haven't had coffee for a couple days. Consume less media, less social, less stuff online. Cut out sex a few days before, even if you're in a committed relationship. Cut out porn, cut out things that suck your energy, people that suck your energy. Don't eat processed food, eat good, clean food, more fruits and vegetables, have some eggs. I leave in less than 20 hours for ayahuasca retreat. It's my second one of this year, which has been a couple years since I've done 2 in a year. I did some extra things. I took extra time alone for me. I went, which I can't think of the last time I did it. I went and saged my whole apartment. And I just did something that's had a really big impact on me in the past, and I already feel different doing it just the once. But it's a type of energetic cleanse. So you can do this with salt, with essential oils. You can set an intention, talk to Archangel Michael, set YouTube on 432 hertz, and just clean off everything that's been on you. So you'll scrub from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head with this salt and essential oil mixture. I got this protocol from someone else. I've modified it, add some more stuff. I believe it's even stronger because did my own research, some other oils, things like that. And then you finish in a plant bath. You can buy this stuff in these little jars. I don't know if it's as good. It did help when I did it. I did it for 8 days before, cutting old energies, old sexual energy off me from past relationships, past lovers, past flings, whatever. And then you finish, I'm not wet anymore, but I was a little bit, with a plant bath. That's what I was mentioning, this bottle. Ideally, you'd have the dry plants. You'd heat them up on the stove, drain the water, have a couple liters of water, and then dump that on yourself. Don't shower it off. Walk around the living room naked for a while it's drying, and then you're done. A lot of people, I believe, have the call to go to ayahuasca and they're scared, which makes sense, which could be also a metaphor for your life. What are those other things that you know you should do, you feel called to do, you're scared to do? Is it start that relationship? Is it end that relationship? Is it quit that comfortable job? Is it start a business? Is it finally go to the gym and do that thing you said you're gonna do? You want to gain the muscle, lose the weight, whatever it is. Ayahuasca can be a good metaphor for so many other things in your life. So many of us have had the call for months, for years. It's never the right time. We don't know where to go. It is really, really, really important where to go. I've drank with about a dozen different shamans at different places. After all that work, I endorse 3. I really only go to 1. A place called La Ceiba outside here in Medellin, Colombia, about an hour away. The place you pick has so much to do with it. And I wasn't gonna go into this, but I will. It's coming top of mind, top of heart. How a shaman lives his life affects, even on a subtle level, how the medicine's going to affect you. So let me explain. Imagine you're a guy, you want to have a family, you want to have a wife, you want to have a stable commitment, and you're still drinking, you're going out and sleeping with women you don't want to be with. Maybe you're dating several women at the same time, whether you're telling them the truth or leading them on. Now you go to a shaman, and there's just a famous story that came out about this. I won't share what place that was. But a shaman that's sleeping around, a shaman that's cheating on his wife, when he makes that ayahuasca, he subtly, energetically contaminates it. So the thing you're looking to heal, cure, purify, get rid of, you could be getting recontaminated when you go to a ceremony or retreat. It sounds kind of woo-woo, but it's weird. I found it to be true, and I'll tell this story. The story of the place I like, the Ceiba I really endorse. The ayahuasca earlier this year showed me just the purity of that place, which I thought I already knew, and I was like, I already know this, and it showed me more and more. It just showed me how so many places are corrupted. Shamans, men get corrupted with sex, with money, with power. Pretty typical stuff. Now you could be watching this and saying, well, couldn't that ayahuasca be biased that it wants you to come back? Maybe. I don't think that's the case. Showed me another place with a shaman that was abusing his powers, let's say. And this wasn't public information. It just showed me that place is contaminated. It showed me the place I've been going is pure. A couple months later, it comes out public that that shaman, a very famous shaman, was sleeping with women that came there while he was married, got a girl in the village or someone pregnant, went to another country to terminate the pregnancy. And it has a really big impact on the place you go to, that it's a pure, clean place. And that's really what I'm doing this week. Staying off social, keep my head extra clean, purifying my energy and my body with that bath I mentioned earlier, eating well, eating clean, eating light, drinking a lot of water, and just cutting out creature comforts. I think the last time I had alcohol was, a couple of weeks ago, something like that. Extra water, not having coffee, which was a couple days, I think. I might have been slacking on that one. I might have had coffee on yesterday or Friday. There's nothing really to be scared of, and there's usually a pretty big resistance to people going, well, I don't like puking. Well, neither do I. I kind of like the ayahuasca puke, even though I don't like it. I like it. Because we hold these things. We hold these things in our body, our mind, our heart, our energy field, kind of all of the above. Who really knows? And that level of pain, that level of discomfort, it gets kind of comfortable in the body because it's what we know. When you purge, when you puke, you're releasing what's not you. Again, you can argue whether it comes from your spirit, your mind, your body, all the above, your energy field. With the purge or with the puke, you're purifying the body. You're cleaning the body. It can feel almost orgasmic, which sounds weird. But you can feel, and oftentimes if you have an intuitive connection, like, oh my gosh, this is from 3 years ago, or this is from 30 years ago. You can actually see a pain, a limiting belief in you that you thought was you. And you've been showing up in your relationships for the last decade or two. And you realize that was a fear from when you were a kid and when you were 7 years old. But you thought it was a part of you. You thought it was you being safe, being protective, being defensive, being independent, whatever it is. So it's key to do your research, do your due diligence. If you know a lot of people that have went to a center and they keep going back, probably a good sign. What I would recommend not to do is just going to Colombia, Peru, Ecuador, Brazil. These are the 4 main countries. And just going, I'll figure it out when I get there. That can end up pretty poorly, especially if you go to a place or a region where it's really commercialized. There's a theme I've been living my life by for the last few months, and it's been cleaning up and purifying more and more my mind, body, spirit, heart. Actually just invested a lot of money in a 4-month cleanse that I'll start in a few weeks. because all these little things add up. And a question I'll leave you with, you can wonder and reflect on, if what I'm saying is true, if there's these contaminants that are in our mind, body, heart, spirit, then when we're doing something, we're subtly passing that on. We're subtly giving that negativity that's staying in us. And there's different ways: meditation, go to the gym, work with a coach, share your feelings in a men's circle, ayahuasca, detoxes, where you're slowly but surely purifying those things. And as you purify more and more, the only thing that's left is what's true and what's you.